Hey there, and welcome back to Board Game Geek's coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. And I am joined by Kurt Covert from Smirk and Dagger Games.
Hey.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to see what kind of weird backstabby stuff you've been up to.
Ooh, and I got a good one today.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yes. This is the Menace Among Us?
It is.
So yes, tell me what good stuff you got for me today.
Okay, so Menace Among Us is a semi-co-op.
Okay.
And it is all about hidden roles and agendas and trying to save a struggling starship which is in dire trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
The perfect scene.
Right.
Okay.
Or, of course, conversely, trying to destroy said starship. So,
Well, everybody has their own, goals in life.
indeed, yeah. So, in this game, you've got the starship here, and you'll notice that the energy is down to 0.
Okay.
Engines are dead. And there's only limited air on board.
Ooh.
So, as a loyal crew member, what you need to do is you need to raise the energy to 100
Okay.
without suffocating.
Good plan.
Yes. Now, that of course is difficult because the people who put us in this situation are the Menace, and they are hidden among us,
Okay, that's the name.
hence the name.
Okay.
They look just like us, but they are trying to destroy the ship or just outright kill us, one of the two.
Either way, they don't mind. Okay.
They don't mind. So what's going to happen is this game is all about shuffle building a personal card deck.
Okay.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select out of all the ones on the table an agenda deck.
Okay.
Now, the agenda will tell you whether you are in fact a loyal crew member
Okay.
or a horrible menace.
All right.
Or a traitor that a coward that flip-flops.
Oh, perfect.
In the higher count games, it's going to tell you, oh, you have a team goal: save the ship, destroy the ship.
Okay.
And it's also going to include a personal goal.
Okay.
Now, the personal goal you have to achieve in order to win, and some of them are a little counterintuitive. So, for example, the Vengeant is a loyal crew member.
Okay.
However, in order to win, he has to make sure that somebody on this ship dies.
It's kind of the old saying of you don't have to outrun a bear, you just have to be faster than your friend.
Indeed,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Well, now, hopefully, they're actually going to kill the Menace player,
Okay.
or two of them.
Okay.
However, he doesn't need to. Just anybody will do for him to win.
Okay.
All right. Now, the important part, though, is that they've got built into this agenda 13 specific cards just for this agenda.
Okay.
That is the beginning of your deck.
Okay.
Then you're going to add to it. Once you know your personal goal,
Mm-hmm.
now you're going to choose one of 18 characters to help you do that mission.
Oh, okay.
So now, 7 new cards come with each character, and you shuffle them together. So it's a shuffle-built deck,
Okay.
custom to you, with that combination.
Interesting. Now, the agenda decks that you start with.
Yeah.
Are they all the same or are they all different?
Completely unique.
Okay, so you're going to have not only the unique agenda decks, but then the characters kind of go and specialize them.
That's correct.
That's a lot of different combinations.
There's a lot of combinations.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
chaos.
it's 10 different agendas
Uh-huh.
and 18 characters, over 300 cards in the game. This is a meaty game.
Okay.
Yeah. That said, you also have 2 different special abilities that each character has.
Okay.
So, for example, the captain, for a discard, they can veto any card that gets revealed by the mission leader and say, no, that's not happening.
Okay.
Which is good for lots of terrible things that could happen to the ship.
Okay.
Also, laser pistol. I can actually cause a wound to a crew member.
Oh, okay.
Now, again, we have to eliminate the
Right.
menace at some point.
Right.
That's why a character might have that. But if I am a menace, that comes in handy too.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Or if I'm the Vengeant and I need someone die, I'm choosing maybe the captain. It's going
Okay.
to help me ensure that I can win. So, meanwhile, the Menace player, they've got nothing but terrible cards that are in that 13-card deck. So, this particular Menace has chosen this game the Doctor, which puts a whole bunch of really good cards into their deck.
Okay.
So they can eventually, bleed some out. And he's got an ability called First Aid. Now, like I said, you're going to get wounded in this game, and sometimes, 2 wounds will eliminate you.
Okay.
So taking even 1 is pretty serious.
Right.
Now, as the doctor, I can offer to heal you. I look like a great guy. So, what I really care about, though, as the Menace player,
Yes.
is it cost 2 oxygen. And I'm trying to suffocate you all.
So even the good deeds come at a cost.
Yes. So
Okay.
in this game, everything is kind of dual nature. You never really know why someone is doing something even if it's good or bad.
Okay, so if you come out with these nice altruistic things that you're doing, you still can have an evil motive behind it.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, everyone will essentially know what all the cards is.
Okay.
Now, you won't have all these cards, but it's important to understand like what they do.
out there.
For example, the most precious resource on the ship is oxygen, and there's only one card in the game that will raise it.
Oh my.
So this is like critical.
Okay.
That said, there's other things that are going to be really helpful, like a 2-for-1, at the cost of 1 air to raise the engine energy twice. That's a great economy. Whereas like a basic repair, that's a 1-for-1 trade. Even the Menace player can be pretty happy about that because it's sucking away air and only 1 energy. So
okay. Again, you got
it's the duality.
Everything comes with the duality of the cost. Now you mentioned hit points, so it's not like we're not voting out players.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Because here's what can happen. If we start to really suspect, based on what's been happening on the table, that we think we know who the Menace player might be, and there may be more than one based on the player size. At that point, we can debate all we want. Who do we think played what? I'm pretty sure they're dirty, right? All that. The debate ends when someone raises the voting pistol.
Is it just out on the table?
It's
debate's
just like
over.
That. Yep. Debate over. You lift it up. No takebacks. There is going to be a vote right now.
What a very unique timing mechanism.
Yes. So that's why we've called it the voting pistol.
The voting pistol.
Yep. In any case, when that happens, we're going to do a 3-2-1 point at who we think is a menace.
Okay.
If you have the most fingers pointed at you, you are going to be revealed. So you take your agenda card and you flip it over. Now, the danger is you can't do that willy-nilly, because if you have in fact chosen a loyal crew member who you maybe misinterpreted their action, we just lost 3 air.
Oh no. Okay, so you can't just be weeding out people for this.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be sure.
And especially like mid-game, your air might be down in this region, so 3 air could well cause the end of the game pretty soon.
Yes. Okay. So if you pull that trigger of that voting pistol, you better be sure.
That's right. Or you might be a menace.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, you. Oh, sorry. There goes some oxygen.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes again. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, otherwise, if you're a menace, you're hoping that you can get through. Now, if we expose you, we're going to get an air bump.
Okay.
But the important part is, like, if again, not only do we lose 3 air, but our loyal crew member now has lost their abilities because they're secured down in the secondary hull. They can still play cards. They're still playing.
But they're locked in the brig.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is that they can no longer participate in votes.
Okay. So, wow. So, for all of this mayhem, how long does this typically play?
Well, that's the beautiful part. It plays in 40 to 60 minutes, and it's 4 to 8 players.
4 to 8. Oh my. Ooh. Okay.
So in the span of like 45 minutes, it's like having a whole Battlestar Galactica experience with cards, and it's just like it's there, and we're on to the next thing. But it's really meaty in terms of the gameplay, and it's more about how you play than how you behave. So it's not like a werewolf; it's more like a I'm blanking right now. The zombie game with Dead of Winter. It's more like Dead of Winter or things like that.
Yes.
It's more about the game than the meta.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Excellent. So where is this in terms of production and everything?
So this is coming out in August. This is actually a first printed sample.
Ooh, cool.
All shiny.
Very
and
nice.
we're going to be doing demos of it here at Origins.
Okay. So demos at Origins for sale at Gen Con?
That's correct.
Plan?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
This sounds great.
Yeah, we're really excited by this one. I think this is going to shake up the genre a little bit. It's going to scratch the itch for people who love hidden trader games, but because it's got a little bit more meat.
Yeah, it scratches that itch, that hidden trader itch, but it's not just another Avalon variation.
It's not. Yeah.
It's nice. That's nice. Excellent. Well, cool. Demoing now, release at Gen Con. Oh, what's the price point going to be?
Oh, well, that's another wonderful thing. It's $40.
Really?
Yeah, for over 300 cards, and I don't know if you can see the spine, but this box is like massive.
Yeah, it's very deep.
Yep, and that's because with so many cards, we had to have a sorting tray in there so
Okay.
that you can organize all the decks and everything else. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Well, this looks great. I'm looking forward to playing it and stabbing someone in the back while I'm pulling
Yes.
a knife out of my own bag. Thanks for showing this to us, Kurt.
All right,
And
thank you.
yes, that is the Menace Among Us coming out from Smirk and Dagger Games real soon.
Thanks, everybody.